met Irene in the office in 1964. She was fresh out of school. Me, not quite so much. She was a church-going Christian, and I wasn't. We dated for 4 years. Although 2 of those years I worked out of town, so we only saw each other once a month. But in that time we talked and talked and talked. Everything imaginable. Politics, religion, not much religion, but a lot of things got decided. Things like how we would settle an argument, the fact that there always had to be truth, even if it was distasteful. And the big one was trust. We put so much stress and argued trust to such a degree that it was never mentioned again in the 43 years we were married. We were married in 1968. Fast forward 10 years. Life other than marriage had taken its toll on me. I'd had a nervous breakdown and gone on to become an acute chronic alcoholic. It took a 50-week binge before God intervened to sober me up, and I still didn't acknowledge him even then. But Irene was there, through all the thick and thin, even the times when there was no money for both food and whiskey. We got through it. We traveled the world for the next 30 years. We always joked that my drinking money paid for our trips. We learned to anticipate each other's needs and wants and just go and do them without even thinking about it. It seems now that both of us were trying to give just that little bit better than we got. We fell into a romantic habit of taking a tape of our wedding vows and a piece of wedding cake with us wherever we traveled, anywhere in the world. And on our anniversary, the day stopped at exactly 3 o'clock for us to listen to our vows and nibble wedding cake. Now, that's just a precious memory. Sure, there were a few bumps along the way, but nothing compared to what was to come. In 1991, Irene went back to the church and was baptized. 3 or 4 years later, I began to feel an interest in God. It was 1998 before I finally accepted his gift of forgiveness and salvation. Baptism is still in my future. In 2000, I was diagnosed with leukemia, a compassionate variety, but still cancer. There was no what-if discussion. We just marched headlong into it and through it, together. She bought me a hobby car to take my mind off my illness. I still have the car and the leukemia. 7 years later, it was her turn for cancer. And her horizon came into view real clearly. We fought it for 5.5 years. I learned to dress her wounds and administer her medications. 3 weeks after a major surgery that went not at all well, she turned to me and said, "Ron, go get the car out of the garage. If I can get into it and out of it, we're going to the car show." In 2008, we realized that we weren't going to make it to our 50th anniversary, so we celebrated our 40th with rubies put into our wedding rings, a recut of her original wedding dress, a complete wedding ceremony in a little log chapel in Vinemount. Cut to the point of all this. Give just that little bit better than you get. Trust and give your trust. Love like there's no tomorrow, because one day it'll be right. Above all, remember, God knows what he's doing. We're just along here for the ride. God bless.